Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome to an honestly very hard challenge. If you guys have been around the channel for a while now, then you know we are no strangers to hard mode challenges. The last one was where we dropped our creatures straight into the deadly hills, just to see if they could survive there. But this challenge, this makes that look like easy mode. This was all put together by a user named Skysplash over on the Stray Fawn forums, so I'm going to leave a link in the description of the video to the guidelines and the rules, and the sandbox settings too, so if you guys want to try this out, you'll be able to download it there. Basically, the idea is that every single one of these damage meters is pulled all the way to the top. So every last one, enemy damage, hunger damage, environment damage, all of it is times 100. Healing is down to 0 too, but I don't think that really matters. If anything hurts us, our creatures are as good as dead. So one wrong move, from a bearyena attack to sickness, and our tribe could be gone in an instant. We'll be spawning into the game with a random female character, who I believe is going to be right at the beginning stage of her teenage years. In the gameplay settings, I think the only thing that was changed was blind gene mode. This is on, of course, because you gotta make it even harder than it already is. The world settings should all be the same too, so every last one of these dangerous items can spawn in. And as far as the world that we're going to be starting on, as per the rules, we're going to be going into the grass mingle. Now I can't say that I'm too happy about this. I've learned from the Islands of Discord that the grass mingle might be one of my least favorite islands. Unfortunately, there are just so many rogue males there that it gets a little bit difficult for us to manage after a while. I mean, especially if we're going to be spawning in with one lone female character. If we can't find her somebody to partner up with. Oh my gosh, we're starting with an adorable little anteater. Oh, and you even have a termite mound right next to you. Oh, wait a second. That is a trap. That is definitely a trap. Okay, so we're not going to let you pick up any termites until you have a partner. Yeah, even the termites themselves, if they're left on her for too long, they're going to tear her apart. One bite from a termite and she is a goner too. But you do have a very tantalizing shell in the water. And with those nimble fingers of yours, I guess you could probably pick that up too. Oh my gosh, does she even have the panda patterns? Her name is Mist. She is looking super, super cute. Oh, she is like a little panda. Well, I hope you're going to have a nice, healthy, long life on this island, because I would hate to see you pass away early. Now, as far as any other rules go, the only other things we have to be concerned with are migrations and mutations. If we decide to move on from this island, we're only allowed to go to harder islands or the same difficulty, so only up or right. We're never allowed to use the left ports because these will bring us to easier islands. So if we want to migrate, I guess next in line would either be the mountain or it would be the savannah? Oh, I wonder if that's the burning savannah. I mean, granted, if we're going to have a pack of tiny little anteaters, maybe that wouldn't be such a bad thing, but it's definitely nothing that you're looking forward to in your near future. Now, we're not allowed to use mutations either. The mutation menu will always be left blank, so we're going to have to breed in genes the old-fashioned way. But Little Mist, as long as you can't see any leeches in the water, let's have you tiptoe over to the edge. We'll have you dip those nimble fingers in and grab up that shell for us. Alright, your very first piece of food. So far, so good. So let's go ahead and skip our very first night. Yeah, just like the Lone Wolf Challenge, I feel like the biggest priority is going to be finding her some sort of traveling partner. So I guess that means you're probably going to want to stick to the grasses. You'll be more likely to find somebody that way, and you won't have to worry about falling victim to the leeches. Since she is so young right now though, it's going to take her quite some time to get into the darkness. We should probably try to figure out which way we want to settle down. Where would be the most opportune location? Those termite hills are still mighty tempting. I do want to stay here just because of the snout. But we'll have to make sure that we have some berry bushes nearby too. And since I did just see a little bunny hopping around underneath the shady tree, something tells me we probably have some berries in that direction. Oh, and it's even raining too. Oh, you found a little mole. Is she going to be strong enough to take the moles down? In just one swipe, there you go. So at least that's a little bit more meat for you. Maybe the smell of that fresh meat will even attract some sort of wanderer in your direction. As long as it's not any bearyenas, then we should be fine. Still just that one lone bunny staring at you from the darkness. Let's have you jump in over here. You can get some shade underneath the big tree of the savannah, and it looks like you're going to have another pretty easy meal in the next turn. I guess we'll have to watch out for defender bears too. They tend to spawn in the grasslands, so we could probably see one anytime out here. Grab that bunny for us, grab up the meat, and I think I saw some poison berries over here. Oh, no wonder the bunny wasn't moving. I wonder if maybe he tried to steal a taste. Poison berries are another thing that would kill us instantly in this playthrough. Do you hear anybody out there now? Do you smell anyone? Oh, it is so quiet on this island. Yeah, we're not gonna let you grab those. Gosh, I don't even see any other berry bushes out here. Why don't we head toward the grasslands in the middle? I suppose we could always go all the way up to the oak tree too, because that would be a definite source of food. With our nimble fingers, we know that you could collect every last one of those acorns. The only problem is, it is a huge trek. That's more opportunities for wanderers, but also plenty more opportunities for dangers. You have a very, very long journey ahead of you. Still nothing though, so let's go ahead and skip the day again. I mean, if it's gonna be this quiet, I guess we can't complain. Oh, I thought you were a wanderer. Oh my gosh, I thought that Dodomingo was a little baby or something. That is so disappointing. All we're really going to find out here are Dodomingos and bunnies. And defender bears. I didn't hear you spawn. What on earth? Okay, good thing we caught that bunny when he was far away. I'm going to assume that he probably didn't see us. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's coming out of the grasses. Oh my gosh, that is terrifying. Was he seriously watching us this entire time? Well, at least it's raining now. Oh no, and it looks like he's guarding one of the berry bushes. Alright, well you're going to have to steal a couple of those berries, Mist. We have to make sure that you have enough food to even catch yourself to that tree. So let's have you stock up in food now while you still have the chance. We'll go ahead and pick that berry bush clean, and then we'll continue on to the oak tree. Do you think maybe he's guarding this berry bush for the bunnies, though? That's my one concern. He's slipped off into the darkness now. Maybe now's your chance. Grab the rest of those berries from that bush, and that at least gets us up to 29 berries. That has to be enough for us, right? Oh, and you grew your last gem. I don't know whether to be proud of you or a little bit terrified, because that means that the rogue males are probably going to start spawning pretty soon. I'm actually pretty shocked that we haven't seen a single wanderer yet. Like, we're almost 10 days in now. Usually they don't take that long to spawn. Maybe we're just in the wrong area though. Like, they might all be by the oak tree too, where all of the good resources are, hopefully. I just noticed that we have this tiny little jungle over here. Luckily, it doesn't seem like any carnivorous plants have spawned, and we don't have any of those jungle trees to worry about either. We do have plenty of the swamp trees, though. I'm not sure if we're going to get lucky enough to find the wings. Oh, a little Dodomingo baby. No, do you have two no-paws? Oh my gosh, of all the creatures to find. Mist, can you tiptoe over here for us? Oh, you are literally just a Dodomingo baby, aren't you? Orion. Cross between a Dodomingo and a rogue male. Well, I mean, we have to invite him. I'm not sure if he's going to make the best breeding partner for you, but go ahead and offer up a couple of those extra berries that you found. Oh, he's just a one-gemmed baby? Oh, Orion, you poor thing. How did you ever survive out here? I wonder if everybody did truly mistake you for one of the Dodoningos. We know from experience that you do not attack the Dodoningos. Ooh, but maybe we can actually break down some of these termite mounds now. Now, I think we're going to want to wait until he has his second gem, otherwise he won't be able to even lick off the termites. But we might be able to start gathering from the termite hills. So maybe we can make a temporary home base here. All of these termite hills are green too, so I guess we wouldn't even have to worry about licking off the termites. You can just crack these open yourself, as long as the defender bear isn't watching from the darkness. You still only have one gem? Well, there aren't any bluebirds in the sky. Orion, if you wouldn't mind, you seem like a very, very brave baby after all. Let's have you jump over here, so you can smell a little bit further into the grass for us. The defender bear wasn't following, right? Yeah, something tells me he skidded off over here. Maybe he saw the remains of his funny friend. Well, as long as he's not going to notice, Mist, go ahead and crack this open and scoop up every last delicious termite that you can find. There is no better meal for a little anteater. She can share those with Orion so he can grow nice and strong under her watch. The baby stage does last a very, very long time in this challenge. Orion is already 5 days old. I think that means he's probably going to grow his next gem soon, though. And it looks like your Dodomingo brethren are watching. Maybe we should have you scoot up here then, see if you can lure the Dodomingo this way. That would actually be a pretty good way for us to hunt down some permanent nests. That way, once we do find a suitable partner for Mist, we could have her start having a few babies too. Now it looks like you've picked that termite mound clean. I guess that means you'll have to come down here. And let's start picking up some of the grass too, because if we do have to escape, we want to make sure you have a pretty good pathway to use. Alright, so the other termite hill is right down here, right next to the swamplands in fact. Oh, okay, I was gonna say it hasn't rained in a while, so we should be safe. But I guess Mulberry has different plans for us. Well, let's have you tuck yourself into the grasses right over here, a little bit closer to your Dodomingo friend. I wonder if this is even the Dodomingo who raised you, probably trying to lure you gently back to the family nest. I hate to be so far away from the baby though. If we bring her over here, he should still be able to get to her. So let's keep carving that pathway until he has a second gem. So day 14, are you going to grow your second gem now? Unfortunately not, but it does look like Termite City has been rebuilt. Oh, and there's another wanderer. Another very friendly face. It doesn't look like his genes are quite as helpful as Miss, but at least he doesn't have 2 no-paws. I wonder if the baby could actually do a little bit of snooping. Let's bring him over here. I mean, surely the Wanderer won't be afraid of a baby, right? Oh my gosh, our Dodomingo family is actually chasing this guy away, straight into the swamplands. Well, Mist, I guess that gives you a little bit of extra time to gather some extra food. We'll need a few more termites in our pocket if we want to invite him after all. I wonder if he's going to come over here to try to steal a taste as well. So far, he looks a little bit more concerned with the roots in the ground, and we don't exactly have a way to dig that up for him. But we do have access to a permanent nest, one that isn't currently being guarded by the Dodomingos. So maybe it is actually time that Miss settles down to start a family. The pregnancy duration is so long in this challenge too, so we probably want to get started very shortly. And there's that second gem. All grown up now, Orion, so you could actually do a little bit of path clearing for us. Oh no. Oh, but don't lead the rogue male into our territory. Oh my gosh, how are we going to get to the Wanderer now? We definitely can't bring Mist closer. That is not going to help us if she has a pee-pee with the rogue male. Maybe we should bring her down this way, so she'll be a little bit further away, and it seems like the rogue male is actually distracted at the moment. He has some beautiful yellow fur. He almost looks like a little lion. Actually, he almost looks like he could be related to Orion. Maybe these are his parents, Dodomingo and Rogue Male. It was love at first sight. Well, you just keep him distracted, Orion, as we have Mist tiptoe her way through the grasses. Oh, surely he hasn't noticed. And we have that big pile of mud right there too. That is not a good place to leave you. Let's have Orion jump down here. Yes, so he can invite the Wanderer. Go ahead and offer up some food to Icebreaker. Alright. Well, this is certainly one way to break the ice, I guess. Go ahead and breed with Mist straight away. And hopefully your fertility isn't going to be too low. Mist has a full 6 on hers. His is only 3, but at least it looks like the first attempt was successful. So now we don't have to worry about the rogue male wandering through our territory right now. We can just leave him do his thing, and we can get both of you far, far away from that big old patch of mud. Icebreaker, why don't you jump over to this side? You could actually help us by clearing out the grasses over here too. The termite hill should probably just be left to Mist's care. If only we could find some better berries to use though. That's probably what Icebreaker should focus on. And we're already down to 17 pieces of food and with 3 mouths to feed now. Oh no. We are going to have to be super careful. Another defender bear? Oh, that has to be a different one. You just spawned today, didn't you? Yep, a brand new defender bear. Well, again, maybe that won't be so bad. Maybe you can actually keep us safe out here, especially if any bearyenas do decide to attack us. It's not very often that defender bears actually act as our superheroes. For the most part, they seem far more interested in keeping the bunnies safe. Well, Mist, I see that we have some mosquitoes in our midst. Mulberry's misfortune. But I wonder if this would be a good opportunity for us to test out eating these swarms. We've never actually tried this before. I'll have you go ahead and grab the termites from this mound, but then I'd like you to jump over here and see if we can catch these bugs instead. Yeah, thank you so much for settling down in that nest. That is exactly what I was hoping you would do. So we can collect the swarm. Oh my gosh, you are a direct line of defense against Mulberry's misfortune. Mist, you are really surprising me. Her optimism must be like off the charts. I guess it kind of has to be honest, if you're going to live in a place like this. But you know, this island right here has me a little bit curious too. I wonder if maybe there's any berries right underneath this tree. We'll have to investigate that as well. For now, let's have Icebreaker go ahead and pick up the grass around the nest, because we're going to need to make sure that we can come back to this soon. I suppose we could always have her baby up here, in Dodomingo territory. Yeah, Orion, if you keep this place safe for us, maybe we could actually bring her up here instead. So long as nothing else dangerous spawns in the meantime. We do have a completely normal berry bush back here too. Yeah, let's have them start making their way back up the hill. Oh, and we're actually much closer to the oak tree than I thought we were. Yeah, that's gotta be the ultimate goal. So let's go ahead and skip the day again. You know, we haven't actually seen any bearyenas yet. As much as I hate to say that, that's probably something that we're going to have to be concerned with soon. Oh no, is that a second rogue male? Yeah, our first one didn't have ram horns, did he? Oh, they are going to be such pests out here. We're going to have to try our best to get rid of them, I guess. They're just going to keep spawning otherwise. Though we can't do anything with the defender bear watching. Oh, do you see this? He is literally inspecting Termite City. Like, he knows that somebody was tampering with his precious termites, doesn't he? That's probably why he came out here. Not to keep us safe, not to search for his bunnies. Just to make sure that nobody is disturbing Termite City. Gosh, that means that we can't actually use that as a source of food anymore. Alright. Let's have Icebreaker come up here then, and we'll see if we can keep this berry bush safe. You're still going to stay right here, Orion. Make this nest nice and clear for us so we can use it as soon as she's ready. I believe it was 6 days for a pregnancy duration, so we still have 3 days to go. Now, little bunny, I know you're going to be very, very cheeky. You know the defender bear is too close, so we can't attack you. Let's at least try to grab the berries first. Oh, good. It looks like they're still a little bit too timid. I wonder if there's any chance that there's some sort of permanent nest over here instead. I mean, now that we know that Mulberry's misfortune isn't going to be a problem to us. If we could find a nest that's a little bit closer to the actual sources of food, the acorns and whatnot, that might be for the best. We'll have Orion continue to clear out the grasses just in case. Oh, the Dodomingo's gone this way. I wonder if there's a nest here too, then. If we could find a way to scare the Dodomingo toward the tree, that would probably be the best way for us to find a nest over there. I'm not sure if we can startle it, though, without actually attacking it. So grab the last of your berries, and then scoot on up this way. Oh, another little baby! Oh, you are just attracting every last one of the orphans on this island. Poor little Toxin. We don't have very much food left over, but I'm going to go ahead and invite you to the tribe, because I see you have that wonderful digging paw, and we definitely need somebody on her side who can take care of those roots. Oh, I wonder if maybe she knows a little bit more about this land. With a name like Toxin, surely she's been living in the swamps. Now, she does have the spiky body, which is also a little bit risky. If there's ever a situation where she's bleeding, we won't be able to lick her wounds. I think that would only ever happen if she picked up a leech, though. So unless we bring them all the way down to the tide pools, then we should be okay. But yeah, spiky body creatures do actually harm the other tribe mates who try to lick their wounds for them. So that is definitely instant death. Well, you strike me as a brave little critter. A little porcupine who knows no fear. We'll have you jump up here, and we'll have Icebreaker try to follow you. After perhaps we pick up a little bit of this extra grass. Yeah, you two do a little bit of sniffing around right underneath the space. There's so many roots out here, this has to be where she was living. It's not Termite City, but I guess it'll do. And have we completely shaken the rogue males too? Ooh, this has been an awfully lucky start for us. It makes me wonder what else the game is planning. Let's have Orion jump in here so he can chase after his mother Dodomingo. Yep, it looks like we had another permanent nest right there all along. I was hoping maybe she would follow us after all. Maybe if we build our own nest? We have basically one more day to go. After we skip this day, we should be able to build our nest wherever we please. So maybe, with a little bit of convincing from Orion, we can get our Dodomingo friend to waddle on over to the oak tree so she can point out some more of those permanent nests for us. Let's have Mist jump right underneath the oak tree itself. If she could build her nest here. Oh, Mulberry's misfortune, why now of all times? I mean, that's not a bad thing to see, especially for Mist. Let's have her build her nest anyways. That might cause her to miss a couple of turns if Mulberry's misfortune does descend upon her. Unless maybe we sacrifice one of our other critters? Icebreaker, if we put you in the swarm, directly in the middle of it, you won't be able to pick up the bugs, but maybe they'll affect you instead. Your mate will be able to pick up far more food after all. And if not, then we better start getting a backup ready, because we are definitely going to start starving at this rate. Let's have Orion follow the rest of them right down this path, standing right next to the baby for now. And if we could set you up next to one of those roots or something, that would probably be a good idea. It seems like most of them are right next to the oak tree anyways, so go ahead and stand high and mighty on top of this bunny burrow for now. Just make sure that you don't fall in the water on us. I guess we could have you try your best to pop one of these roots. You do have a root right in front of you, so maybe... No, it looks like it wasn't meant to be. Alright, time to skip the turn then and cross our fingers that he's the one who receives the curse. You know, not only that, but we actually have another sweet little banana in the nest. Kingsley, the royal anteater himself, king of all bananas. He has those nimble fingers, not a single no paw on him. Oh my gosh, could this day get any better? Mist, grab each and every last one of these acorns that you can find. Let's actually have Orion come over here to knock down some more for you. That's only one extra? Really? That's kind of disappointing. I guess maybe we'll have to have you come over here instead. It looks like there is a rock over here. Oh, and a peaceful bear. Oh, have you come to watch after our babies? Well, this is pretty excellent. We do have a couple little extra pieces of nesting material left over. So I guess that wouldn't be such a bad thing. We're going to have to go out searching for some more ways to collect food after all, so somebody's going to have to watch after the babies. There's another swarm of bugs. Can we get you over there faster somehow? You have one acorn under your feet. Maybe if we move Kingsley out of the nest? Yeah, you can grab this, jump back into your own homemade nest, and grab those bugs for us too. Gosh, tell me she is not like the deity of good fortune or something. Somebody has clearly blessed her adventure. And look at you, Toxin, with your second gem. That means you can finally go out searching for those roots too. Maybe Orion could help you back to this one? It is backtracking a little bit, but at least that's one extra morsel that we wouldn't have otherwise. 2 little extra pieces of food? Maybe you could actually split it with our friendly Dodomingo here. We'll have you go ahead and clear out the grasses. We'll have Icebreaker maybe offer up a little bit of nesting material. I mean, with the way that he's feeling right now, he knows he doesn't have it in him to watch after the babies. So a little bit of nesting material for you to ensure our banana's safety. We're gonna have to make sure that we breed them again on the next turn as well. 6 more days to wait after all. Oh no. Oh, and the bearyenas have finally descended. No, we just found the perfect base. We just gave the peaceful bear the nesting material. I mean, maybe the peaceful bear will scare him away. But I'm a little bit afraid to try, not to mention this baby is right in his line of sight. If we're wrong, then he is a goner. Well, I think all we can do is have Mother Mist go ahead and grab these bugs for us. Definitely not going to let anybody else get affected by Mulberry's misfortune. Then if we have you, Icebreaker, scoot on back here. That would leave room for Kingsley to settle down right next to the peaceful bear. Oh, but should we set somebody up as like a buffer? I would hate to lose Kingsley. He is going to be one major source of food. Well, usually the peaceful bears are pretty good at doing their job. So we're going to put all of our trust in your big, creepy hands, okay? Let's have Icebreaker go ahead and clear out a pathway in the back so we can escape if we need to. And as for you, Mist, I guess you better collect some more acorns. Alright, so moment of truth. Will the mighty growls of the peaceful bear be enough to scare the bearyena away? It seems to have worked. Or did it only attract another bearyena family? Oh my gosh, Toxin. What have you been hiding back here? Oh, I don't know if we can stay here, guys. We now have 2 bearyenas circling us. The only way that we can stay here is if we make sure that this peaceful bear is kept very, very happy every single day. We only have 1 more day's worth of nesting material to pay him with too. Unless maybe we pick up our nest? We would probably have to do that soon because pretty soon it's going to wither away. Oh my gosh, but we have to get you out of here, Toxin. You're probably going to be in their line of sight next. I mean, having a bearyena baby on our side would be so, so good. It would be able to hunt us down food, and as long as none of those defender bears spawn, it would probably be safe to roam out here too, not to mention the genes. We could always use a little bit more strength on our side. Oh, but is it worth trying it? Risking 1 attack? Toxin only has a 2 in strength, so it's not going to do very much damage, and it will definitely cause this bearyena to go after us. We would have to make sure that you would have a pretty clear escape route. I guess if we tried moving Mist away somewhere? I mean, I hate to leave behind that 1 extra acorn. Go ahead and try to knock down some more for us. Yeah, we're not doing so well on the acorn collecting, I'm afraid, but it is the only oak tree that we have on the island. so we don't have any other place to search for better resources. Well, all you can really do is jump back here, I think. Oh, to a different permanent nest. Alright, so picking up this nest wouldn't be so bad after all. And you know what, before we forget, go ahead and breed with Mist for us, because I don't trust that uncharted territory. Who knows how many rogue males have spawned in the meantime. Alright, so if you land a swipe, you'll be able to jump all the way back here, right next to Kingsley, the Banana King himself. And as for you, my sweet little Dodomingo, you better run far and fast. We could have you scoot right here, right in front of the baby. Oh, do we want to do that? I wonder if that's going to set him up right inside the bearyenas' sights too. I mean, I guess if we bring Icebreaker back here instead, right inside 2 permanent nests. Oh, look at this. Maybe this base is even better than the tree itself. If we had control over both of these places, oh, we would never go hungry again. Those bunnies alone would be enough to feed each and every last one of us. Alright, Kingsley, let's truly get you out of harm's way. We'll bring you in between Toxin with her spiky body, so nothing's getting past her anyways. And right next to your mother, Miss too. Now, Orion, that leaves you to take up his spot, and we already know this is pretty safe. Great, now we have the peaceful bear playing peekaboo with his peacock tail. I was gonna say that doesn't look very comfortable, but honestly, he looks like he's having a pretty good time. Isn't that his way of scaring away bearyenas? Like it's not the growl, it's him playing peekaboo with them in the grass. Granted, if you saw that face, I know I would be running the other way too. Alright, so day 25 here, let's see if everyone survives. There are so many bearyenas, but they all seem far too frightened by our friend to do anything. Wait a second. Is this a third bearyena? Did a third one honestly just spawn? We have one back here, one over here, and I swear the other bearyena was way down here. Tell me we don't have 3 bearyenas trying to take over our territory now. Oh my gosh. Well, we desperately need food, that's for sure. The only normal berry bush we have is way back here, surrounded by all the bunnies, so it's probably being devoured. That means that most of the food collecting is going to go to you, Toxin. Grab those extra little roots. Kingsley's still not old enough to pick up anything himself, so Mist, you're going to have to do the dirty work. Jump up here, grab this acorn, sniff around for us. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this bearyena just found a way to scoot around over the bunny burrow. I really hope it's only 2. 3 bearyenas is a little bit much for 1 oak tree. But yeah, it's definitely time for you to get out of there, now that you have successfully stolen 1 acorn from right behind the bearyena's back. We'll have you jump over here instead, and hopefully a couple more of those bugs will spawn in the meantime, while we try to find a way to tear over to those berry bushes. First things first, let's make sure that we give our nest material to the peaceful bear, or else everything that we've planned is going to be completely ruined. I guess Icebreaker is probably going to be the closest. Yeah, you know, we might even be able to pick up a couple of bunnies back there too. I know that Toxin is definitely going to want to join in, but I think Orion is going to have to go first. He's a little bit slower with his unfortunate condition. No extra speed from any sort of paws. So jump on down here, Icebreaker. Oh, the bunnies have graciously left you 1 measly little berry. Or 2 berries, in fact. Oh, I guess even the bunnies can show kindness every now and then. Maybe they're feeling sorry for us thanks to all of these bearyenas. Let's scooch on back here, little banana. I'm sure that Toxin is trying her best to nudge you away. And then she'll have to follow right behind you, because it doesn't look like there's anything else for her to dig up over here. Yeah, all of the other roots are down here anyways. Pretty much where all of the major dangers are. I'm kind of surprised that we can't sense the baby bearyena anymore, though. I mean, I know he definitely... Oh my gosh, he definitely wasn't old enough to grow up just yet. Oh, that terrified me. And I'm sure it terrified you too, Toxin. Not to mention the extra rogue male. Well, that seems like a pretty good place for us to pause our adventures so far. With only 3 pieces of food remaining, it seems like starvation is actually going to be our biggest struggle in this challenge. I mean, the bearyenas are certainly a threat, and the rogue males are an annoyance as always, but as long as we keep on the move, and as long as we keep our babies super close to big ol' peaceful bear, I think we'll be able to evade them for the most part. We could probably wait out the bearyenas' lifespans until we get some really strong genes in us. Though I'm still hoping that we can find a way to convince the baby bearyena to join us in the end. Maybe we'll see if we can do that in the next episode. Maybe Kingsley the Royal Banana will be able to sweep him off his feet, because he should be growing up very soon too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!